Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how the police came to the Obrey's house and arrest Lakshmi and put her in prison because of the food poisoning that happened at Rishi's hotel. Then Neela made a decision that nobody will go there to save Lakshmi, and Rishi also had an accident while trying to go and save Lakshmi. So let's continue from there. Shalu comes to the police station and tells the inspector that Lakshmi is innocent. The inspector says the court will decide. Shalu tells the inspector that Lakshmi is innocent and says you don't know her, and says she keeps others first and think about herself later. The inspector says the court will decide, and Shalu asks if she can meet her sister. At the hospital, Rishi's operation is about to begin and he takes Lakshmi's name on the operation bed. Lakshmi also thinks of Rishi and she recalls Virendra asking her to swear not to leave Rishi, and she recalls Rishi's words that he would always protect her. Rishi's manager thinks that nobody is picking the call, neither Virendra nor Ayush. The doctor comes out and tells the manager that Rishi has head injury and he needs to regain consciousness. The inspector asks Shalu to come tomorrow. Shalu insists to meet Lakshmi. The inspector tells her that his duty is over and he tells her that another inspector is on duty now. The lady inspector sits on her chair. Shalu tells her that Lakshmi is innocent and they have arrested her. She asks the lady inspector to let her meet her sister. The lady inspector asks her to go and come during the visiting hour. Shalu says I will just give her courage and says she is very delicate. She asks the inspector to think about her sister and the lady inspector asks her to go. Malishka rejoices and she smiles thinking about Lakshmi's arrest and Neelam's stern and selfish decision. She says finally, Lakshmi's chapter is over. I did not expect this illiterate girl would give me a tough competition, and she thinks to celebrate. Kiran comes there and closes the door. She shows the champagne bottle and says our enemy went to jail, so we should celebrate. Malishka is happy. She opens the champagne bottle and puts the drink in the glass. They say cheers and they drink. Malishka says it is too good. Kiran says this illiterate girl was very clever. Malishka says even I was thinking the same and says but where is she now? She is in jail and I am here in the Obrey mansion. Kiran says I am afraid that Rishi might try to free Lakshmi. Malishka says Neelam will not let Rishi do this. Kiran says they should celebrate double. Shalu refuses to go home and she throws the stuff from the inspector's table away. The inspector says that she will lock her up in the lockup. Shalu asks the inspector to put her in the same lockup as Lakshmi. The lady inspector says you love Lakshmi a lot and she asks the constable to take her to meet Lakshmi. Ahana thinks to call the lawyer for help. Sonia comes there and snatches the phone from her hand. She asks, did you see mom's anger? She has stopped dad also. Ahana says this is the time to help Lakshmi. Sonia asks her to not do any drama. Karishma comes there and asks that what is happening here. Sonia says Ahana was calling lawyer Patel to save Lakshmi. Karishma says to Ahana that she has stopped Ayush from supporting Lakshmi, but he refused and says I don't know what magic Lakshmi did on her children. Ahana says she did not do any magic on us. Karishma says you are fighting with us due to Lakshmi. Ahana says Sonia and my thoughts don't match and you are blaming Lakshmi, which is unfair. Karishma says to Ahana that Neelam will punish everyone and says no means no. She says Virendra and Grandma are not doing anything against Neelam. She says let Lakshmi get punished. Ahana says Lakshmi has helped me a lot. Karishma says Lakshmi stay here for free and she is having free food. She says what is the big deal if she help you? She goes and Sonia asks Ahana not to dare to call the lawyer. Shalu comes to Lakshmi in prison. Lakshmi says Rishi is not well and she asks Shalu to call him and inquire how he is. Shalu says you are in jail and you are thinking about brother-in-law. Lakshmi says just call him and ask if he is fine. She says if he is fine, then I will be fine. She asks Shalu to call Rishi. Shalu thinks that Neelam has stopped everyone and now only Rishi can save Lakshmi. A flashback is shown. Shalu calls Rishi but he is not picking the call and the flashback ends. Lakshmi asks Shalu if Rishi is fine. Shalu thinks that Rishi must be fine because everyone was fine. She says yes, Rishi is fine. I had gone to your house. Lakshmi says thank God, Rishi is fine. Now I will be fine. Shalu asks Lakshmi to think about herself and she asks her not to be her enemy. Lakshmi says I told them that I did not do anything but nobody listened to me and many people were hospitalized. Shalu asks Lakshmi that who will fight for you. Lakshmi says Rishi will save me. Shalu says don't trust Rishi, and Lakshmi asks why. Rishi is unconscious and he recalls Lakshmi's words. He opens his eyes and calls Lakshmi. The nurse asks Rishi not to get up and she asks him to rest. She says thank God that you got consciousness, and she goes to inform the doctor. Rishi tries to talk to the nurse and he thinks if Lakshmi is fine. Lakshmi says to Shalu that I trust Rishi more than myself. Shalu thinks that Rishi cannot go against Neelam for you because she clearly says that nobody should help you. Lakshmi asks Shalu to tell her the truth. She asks if someone told you something or if mommy said something. Shalu says it is my mistake and says brother-in-law will come and save you. I trust him. Shalu says to Lakshmi that I will talk to the inspector once. Lakshmi says now nobody can do anything and the police will not listen to you. She says she is fine and she asks her to go home, and she asks that why did you come alone? She asks her to call Ayush and go home with him, but Shalu says she will go home alone. Lakshmi says to Shalu that aunt must have scolded you both and she says sorry. Shalu asks Lakshmi not to worry and she asks her to drink water. Lakshmi says I will be fine. The lady constable asks Shalu to come. Lakshmi asks Shalu to tell aunt that Rishi will come, and Shalu hopes that Lakshmi's trust is right and she is wrong that Rishi is also not ignoring Lakshmi. Lakshmi thinks that where is Rishi? Rishi regained consciousness at the hospital and says Lakshmi is waiting for me. I need to go. He asks the manager to book the ticket and he messages him. He takes the manager's coat and he runs out of the ward. The manager tries to stop him, but Rishi runs and says that his wife needs him. Neelam calls the lawyer and says she wants to know if she can file a case on the person because of whom their hotel's customers are in danger. She says good. My hotel name should not be ruined. She says her name is Lakshmi and she should not come out of jail. Virendra comes there and takes the phone and says to the lawyer that there is nothing and says I will call you later, and he ends the call. Virendra says to Neelam that you stopped everyone from helping Lakshmi and you are still filing a case against her. He says Lakshmi did not do this intentionally and you want to file a case against her. Neelam says Lakshmi is my enemy and she has ruined my home, my peace and my family. She says Lakshmi has done wrong with my family and I cannot bear it. Neelam says to Virendra that I will also do bad with Lakshmi for troubling my family. Virendra asks what will you do? Will you use this case? Neelam says yes, I will file a case against Lakshmi. Neelam says Lakshmi's name is getting black spot on herself and she says she will file a case on Lakshmi surely. Virendra tells Neelam that one thing would happen for sure if she continues to do all this. Then Rishi will go away from her and move closer to Lakshmi. He says you know how much Rishi and Lakshmi love each other. He says if Lakshmi can give life for Rishi, then Rishi can also give his life for Lakshmi. He says if you come between them, then you will force Rishi to choose between you and Lakshmi. Ayush thinks that he has to save Lakshmi. He is standing outside the police station. He says I let Lakshmi get arrested. He thinks that Shalu came to the house and told us so much. He thinks to call Rishi and he thinks that he will call him even if Neelam punishes him. He takes out his phone and he sees Rishi's missed calls. He thinks that so much happened and where was his mind that he did not even know that Rishi has been calling. Rishi thinks that he changed his clothes and he got the bandage removed, but he is still feeling pain. He says nobody can stop him from going to Lakshmi. Ayush calls Rishi. Rishi asks Ayush to throw his phone away and says I called you in emergency and you did not pick my call. Ayush says I did not see your call and says sorry. Rishi asks Ayush that where is Lakshmi and he asks him to give the call to her. Ayush says please come here soon. Rishi asks if Lakshmi is fine. Ayush says no and says there is a small problem and then says it is a big problem. He says it was not Lakshmi's problem and says Lakshmi is in jail. Rishi says jail? How can Lakshmi go to jail? And says what happened at the hotel was not Lakshmi's mistake. Rishi asks Ayush if dad talked to the commissioner. He asks how did this happen? Ayush says Lakshmi had made delicious food and the food critics had liked the food and he tells Rishi everything that happened. Rishi asks did you talk to the lawyer? Ayush doesn't tell him about Neelam's order that nobody should not save Lakshmi and he tells him that they are trying. Rishi says to Ayush that I'm going to the airport and he tells him that he has sensed it and he felt it that Lakshmi is in danger and he also saw Lakshmi during his presentation even though Lakshmi was actually not there. Ayush says this is happening because you both love each other. He asks Rishi to come soon, and he thinks that if Rishi comes to know about Neelam, then there will be much drama. Rishi thinks that he felt as if Lakshmi is calling him, and he feels sorry for her. Shalu comes out of the police station. Ayush asks Shalu to come with him. He says he will drop her at home. Shalu asks if the auto had a strike. He says you are saying much. Shalu asks him to go and says if your family see you here, then they will scold you. Ayush says I will drop you. Shalu asks with what relationship? Ayush says with whatever relationship we have. Shalu says the relationship is broken and she sits in the auto. Ayush asks the auto driver not to go. He asks Shalu to come down. Shalu says break up. Ayush asks the driver that what will you do if I don't let you go? The driver asks Shalu to get down and talk to him. Ayush says your anger is justified, but the situation will not be good like this. Shalu asks Ayush to go inside the police station and bring Lakshmi out. Ayush tells Shalu that everyone is blaming him at home for supporting Lakshmi, and here he is shattered because Lakshmi is in the jail. Ayush tells Shalu that Lakshmi means a lot to him and says I have called Rishi and he is coming. Shalu says what if Rishi obeys his mom and he refuses to help Lakshmi? Ayush says Rishi will come and help Lakshmi. Shalu says my sister is saying only one thing, which is Rishi. She says if Rishi doesn't come, then Lakshmi will break fully and she doesn't want that. Ayush asks Shalu to look at him and says Rishi will come, and if Rishi doesn't come for whatsoever reason, then I will be with you and I will get Lakshmi freed. He apologized to Shalu for the insult that she received at his house and he owed his ears. The auto driver asked Shalu if he should go or if she would come into his auto, and Shalu looks on. Lakshmi imagines Rishi at her side in the prison. Rishi says I came to meet you. Lakshmi says in jail? Rishi says yes, I have promised to be with you always. Lakshmi says this place is not for you. Rishi asks if this place is for her and says wherever you stay, I will be with you. He says let's go and he holds her hand while a song plays in the background. Lakshmi is going following her imagination. The lady prisoner stops Lakshmi and asks that where is she going to? Lakshmi comes out of her imagination and looks for Rishi. The lady prisoner asks her to sleep and says whoever will come in your dream, and Lakshmi thinks that Rishi will surely come. Rishi looks at Lakshmi's picture and thinks that he will get her released just as he comes. The auto driver tells Shalu that such guy like Ayush is found with good destiny. Shalu says I will go with Ayush and she asks the driver to go. Shalu asks Ayush that where is he going to, and she says sorry to him from her heart. Ayush says accepted. He says I have a condition. We will trust each other fully from now on. Shalu says okay. Ayush says no breakup, real friendship, and they become friends forever. Balvinda comes to Kiran's room at night. Malishka asks why did you come here? Balvinda says Malishka is not picking my call and that is why I came. Malishka says nonsense guy, and she asks that why are you calling me? Balvinda asks if the work is done. Malishka says yes, Lakshmi is in jail. Balvinda gets happy and he asks for his money. Malishka gives him money and he picks the champagne bottle kept there and says that he likes it. Malishka asks Balvinda if he is done with his nonsense and she asks him not to elope as they might need him later. Balvinda says even I need you and says I want to earn more money. He says when Lakshmi broke his dream, because of that, Lakshmi's dream would also break. Malishka says if Rishi betray me, then I will not let him be happy and I will not let him live with someone else. Balvinda says I will write this Ramayan, I am Ravan and you are Supnaka. He asks Malishka to pick his call next time and he wears masks and goes. Kiran asks Malishka if they have to continue hiring Balvinda and Malishka says of course. Ayush hoped that Rishi should come soon and free Lakshmi, else Lakshmi needs to be in jail all night. Balvinda sees Ayush coming in his car and he escapes on his bike. Ayush thinks if he was Balvinda, and Balvinda thinks that he got saved today. The lady prisoner asks the constable to give her food. The constable says this is not your house, don't shout. She gives food to the lady prisoner and also to Lakshmi. The lady prisoner finishes her food and looks at Lakshmi's plate because she did not eat. Lakshmi asks the lady prisoner to eat her food too. The lady prisoner asks that what about you? Lakshmi says no problem, you can eat the food please. The lady prisoner says you are good, then this means that you came here mistakenly and she blesses Lakshmi that her dream will be fulfilled soon. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a like and check the comment section for the link to the next update once it is available. And I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.